Hello friends. So if you are generating YouTube videos for your channel, then today's video is for you. In today's video, I'm showing you how you can use N8N to automate the entire YouTube description, keywords, tagline, and even the thumbnail generation part. So let's see how to do it. First, go to the tools website. The link of tool will be found in the description. First of all, you have to click on Get Started for free in the center and log in using one of your Google account. This is the home dashboard where you can see your workflow status, where you can see the prod.executions, failure rate, time saved, runtime. So if you want to create a new workflow, then we have to click on Create Workflow on the right side. As soon as we click here, the editor dashboard will appear. I want to tell you, before starting any kind of N8N workflow, you have to create your mapping. So in this case as well, like our last video, we are first creating our map. So now you can see on your screen our mapping. It's very easy steps which shows like what we want to achieve. So the very first step is to convert Roman Hindi script to English. I manually write the script in Hindi for my tone so that anyone can understand it. Now we'll come to the N8N. Here in the center, you can see a plus icon. In these, you have to put your trigger. That means the starting point from where the workflow will start. For this, we will use the Google Sheet trigger because I have put my Hindi script in Google Sheet. After that, we will extract all the data into the Google Sheet and save it there. Now we will come to the N8N, then click on the plus icon and type Google Sheet. You can see the Google Sheet as the first option. Here we will add on row trigger, because when we add a new row in Google Sheet, it will automatically start working. After this, you have to click on the credential to connect with box. Then click on create new credential and then log in with the email from which you created the Google Sheet. After this, keep the poll time every minute, where you can click on the document box. All the Google Sheet you created in the email will appear, from which you select the Google Sheet. Then in Sheet, select Sheet 1. That is where I have my sample data, and keep trigger on as it is. After this, come back to Canvas. Now we will add the if node, because if there is already all the data is available for that row, then we should not run it again. So we are going to add the if node. So for this, click on the plus icon, then type if, and you can see the first option with the if node. Click on it. After that, you have to add all of your condition in the if node. So click on it. So in the first value box, drag the Roman Hindi text into box. Then in string, select is not empty. After this, add another condition, and in this box, add English script. And then in the string, select is empty. Then come back to the editing dashboard. So now the next step, we will add the do nothing node. Let me explain you with the example why we should use the do nothing node. Let's say in one of our script, the title is already generated. We should not repeat it. And the same way, we should not create again the content which already created. So whenever there is a content present, we'll just pass it to do nothing node. Again, come to the editor dashboard. Here you can see the true and false icon. Click here, then in the box type do nothing. Then come back to Canvas. So far, the first step node is to sure that once the data is generated, it will not regenerate. Let's see it. Now comes to the main part. We will translate the Roman Hindi script to English. For this, we will use OpenAI's message model. So click on the plus icon, then click on AI, then click on OpenAI. Here you will see many actions. Select message model. After this, you have to put credential. That means OpenAI API keys you have to add here. For this, click here. Then in this box, put your OpenAI key and secret that you can find from your OpenAI account. As soon as you add it, You will see credential successfully created message. After this, keep resource equal to text, operation equal to message model, and in model select whichever OpenAI model you want. So prompt is very important part. So in prompt, drag the Hindi row and put this prompt. After this, click on execute step and check whether the node is working or not. You can see here the English script is generated. Then go back to canvas. Now we have generated our English script. So let's go back to the Google Sheet and put this generated English script into our respective column. Again, come to N8N. To add in Google Sheet, we will use the edit field. Edit field is used to format data before we are saving it into the Google Sheet. For this, click on the plus icon, type edit field, select it, then click on it, and in the box, drag the English script text from the message model and then go back to canvas. Now we will add to the Google Sheet. Click the plus icon, then search for Google Sheet. Select update row in sheet. Keep the credential as it is since we have already connected it. In resource, choose sheet within documents. In operation, select update row. Under document, select your Google Sheet. For sheet, choose sheet 1. And in mapping column mode, set it to manual. In column to match on, select number. Always make sure you have one unique identifier column in your Excel or Google Sheet, so that is very easy to match with any other columns or row. In our case, we created a number as a field. Now in value to update, in the number field, left side, drag the if node message number into the box. In the Roman Hindi script field, drag the Roman Hindi input from the Google Sheet trigger. In English script field, drag the latest AI generated content from OpenAI. Finally, click execute step, and within seconds, you will see that English column in your Google Sheet has been updated. So let's also check the Google Sheet. Here you can see the English script has been successfully added. Okay, so now as per our flow, our next step is to generate title, keywords, tags, description, YouTube thumbnail, brief, and thumbnail tagline using the English script we generated. To make the entire process easier and optimized, we will use the one OpenAI token and call to get all the data and save it all of them into the Google Sheet. So go back to N8N, click on the plus icon. Here again select OpenAI and message model as we selected last time. Now we already have a credential added, so nothing we need to do here. Also resource and operation remain the same. Just select the model. In the prompt box, drag the English script from the Google Sheet and enter this prompt. In this prompt, I asked to generate YouTube title, keywords, tags, description, thumbnail, brief, and tagline using the English script, and also include the tags and keywords in the description. You can write as you like. Here on the screen, I'm showing the prompt. So if you want to copy it or just write it down by looking at it, you can do it. I'm also going to add all the prompt into the doc and also going to publish into the N8N template. So you can download the JSON from there and you can also get all the prompt that JSON. Here on the screen, you can also rename the trigger here, then click on execute step. So within seconds, you can see here our title and other data are generated. If you want to extract the title, tag, keywords from any third-party tool like vidIQ or TubeBuddy, you can also use their API. In this tutorial, I'm going to use OpenAI. In the later part, I'm also going to show you how you can use the HTTP request to connect with any third-party tools and get the data. So you have seen that we have generated all the content in one step. Now we have to put this into Google Sheet. For that, we have to divide it into separate sections. So let's do it. Now click on the plus icon, and here we will use the code node, because these tasks cannot be done properly using the normal node, so we'll use the bit of code here. Now after selecting the code node, click on it and keep mode as it is. Choose language as JavaScript because I want to use JavaScript for this task. So I have already written how to take the data and divide them as per the section. So I'm just going to put on my screen so you can use it and apply onto your code, or you can also get from the JSON file, or you can also use the ChatGPT. It's a very simple code. So after this, click on execute step, and here you can see we have divided everything into separate section. So if you get any error, you can also use ChatGPT to debug into the same code. Now we will add this into Google Sheet. Click on plus icon again, type the Google Sheet. Here select update row in the sheet. Credential is already done. Select them. Nothing to change. Resource remain the same. Operation is update row. Select document. Select sheet 1. Set mapping column mode is to manual. Column to match on is to number. And then in values to update, drag the numbers field from the first Google Sheet. Keep Hindi and English script as they are, and for the rest of the column, drag and drop the separated data fields. You can see here on the screen what I'm doing. Now click on execute step, and within seconds you will see the success message. So now let's check the Google Sheet and see if everything is properly updated or not. All look good. So now our next step is to generate the YouTube thumbnail. So to generate the thumbnail, again we need to use the prompt, and we cannot share the entire script into any prompt because it's gonna cost a lot of tokens. So we already created our thumbnail brief and tagline, so we will use that in our prompt to generate the thumbnail. Let's see how to do it. For generating thumbnails, we are going to use the Runware API because it's one of the very inexpensive options. So now let's click on plus icon and search for code. Click on code node. Keep the mode as it is. Use the language as Python. You can also use any other language. In this code box, we need to write code that will take the generated thumbnail, brief and tagline and call the Runware API. So I'm just going to paste my code here. You can see it on the screen, and you can also take the screenshot. As it is, it will be available with the JSON template. You can also take the clue from OpenAI. It's very important, whenever you use any third-party API, make sure you go to their documentations and check how they are telling us to use their API. So in our case, we'll go to the Runware and check how to use it. So you can see in the Runware API documentations how you can connect with the Runware using their HTTP REST API method. Here they are telling us what to use as API, what to use as headers, content type and authorization, and what should be included into the body. So here you can see payload authorization and header authorizations. So in N8N we are going to use the header authorizations. In header authorization, you can see the first one is the API URL. So that's what we are going to use. So in the header, they are asking us to add two things: content type and authorizations. And in authorizations, use the bearer as a method and put down their API keys. The third one is the body type, where they are saying we have to add the task type, UUID, positive prompt, width, height, model name, and number result as number of image that we are going to generate. So I'm just quickly putting down the same things into the N8N. You can just follow me. After putting the code, click on execute step. Here you can see we have compiled positive prompt from tagline and brief. Whenever we use any AI to send an internet request, we need HTTP request. So for this, click on plus icon, type HTTP, select HTTP request node, and in method, select post as we saw into the doc. In URL box, put Runware's API's URL that they mentioned. In authentications, select none. Turn on send headers. In specify headers, select using field below. Then add header parameters. Name is to authorization. Values Runware API key as per the Runware docs. Add another parameter name content type. Values applications/JSON as per our Runware doc. Turn on send body. Body content type is to JSON. Specify the body using JSON. Then in JSON box, drag the data we set from the code node. After that, click on execute step, and this will take some time. And within minutes, you can see our thumbnail is generated. Copy the link, open it into the Google and see how does it look. It looks good, right? Now last step in our workflow is to add that generated URL link into the Google Sheet. So let's do it quickly. Again, come to N8N, click on the plus icon, then type Google Sheet, select append row in the sheet. So you already selected your credentials, resource will remain the same. This time our operation is to update row, then select the document and sheet. Set mapping column mode as manual and column to match on is number. So for that, drag the number field from your left menu and just drop it into the field. You can add all data here if you want, but since we have already added before, you can skip it. Now for thumbnail URL, drag from the code node and drop it into the YouTube thumbnail box. Click on execute step and success message will appear. You can go back into the Google Sheet and check whether the URL is properly updated or not. So once you see everything is generated and properly saved in Google Sheet, now delete all column except Roman Hindi script and run the workflow again. I can see the workflow is working automatically, properly and done successfully. Let's check the Google Sheet again, and you can see all our data is saved. You only need to put your Roman Hindi script in the second column and then run the workflow, and it will repeat the same things again and again. So this is the workflow for automating the entire YouTube SEO content generation part. Very important thing is I'm also going to upload the JSON template of the same workflow into our N8N community. So once I upload it and I have the link, I'll update into the description. So make sure you keep watching the description. Meanwhile, you can just message me a JSON here as well as send me on my email with the same subject line. I'll send it to you over the emails. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends who are also creating videos on their channel. See you in the next one.